This is the ideas for step 2 and 3 of the consumer cycle. Research and evaluation. Consumers simply research nowadays. The days where a consumer would just pick up the phone and talk to a sales rep over the phone or go in store and talk to a sales rep in store are over. Period. Younger consumers simply want to learn about you and your product on their own time. Depending on the type of business you own, your successful strategy can differ in many ways. For example, do you have a product you're selling? What kind of media do you have that simply explains what the product is? Why is the product different than your competitors? What are the advantages that you and your company bring to the table? How many different ways can your product fulfill a need? What value does your product or service bring to the table? For example, let's say you're a service business, professional services like a CPA or financial advisor or a lawyer. What makes you different? What are your accreditations? What are your specialties? What is your experience history? Tell us a story. Are you humanizing yourself? Are you connecting to your potential audience? You're assuming that somebody's just going to find this and read it on the website. Now, tell me how I can read about you on Instagram. Please tell me how I can read about your accreditations on YouTube. You can't. You got to make sure you're connecting with your potential audience and however way they want to consume it. Those are just some of the things you need to think about if you're in the service industry. Another must to win the research game is what I like to call proof of performance. Show your potential customer how exactly you solve their need and make them happy. And this is where we're going to consideration. The great thing about using media in the research game is that even if you've met a potential customer in person, you can send them an email or a text of the media to continue the conversation and the evaluation process. Make sure it's snackable, make sure it's nice and easy, and precision right down to what the customer wanted to talk to you about. Make sure it's catered to what they're looking for. This is how you stay in contact with your potential client on their schedule. Now, even though these ideas are a part of the research game, they're actually created in step 5 in the advocacy review game. So if you'd like to jump to step 5, click on the video on the top. If you want to see more of all testimonials, click on the bottom. If you haven't already hit subscribe, please do that. And let's move on to step 4 and keep this playlist rolling.